Hey, I'm Adam Thompson. I'm a consultant in strategy, organisational design and leadership, and today I want to introduce you to the empowerment formula. Let's get into it. We all want our people to be empowered. Now, the key to empowerment is having exactly the right voice when you say, be empowered.
One thing I can tell you, if you're looking to improve the sound of your voice, yawn a lot.
So if I yawned a lot, I might start sounding like Morgan Freeman.
No.
And if you can support that by exactly the right posters and keep cups with the perfect font on them, empowerment of your people will happen automatically. Now let's get into it for real. You probably never heard of Peter Koestenbaum.
So I'm going to hold you accountable for my actions, and that essentially is the ultimate formula for disaster, okay?
He's a philosopher who turned his mind towards leadership. He's written a brilliant book called Leadership, and what he lays out in that book is an actual formula for empowerment, and here it is. So what we have is empowerment equals direction times autonomy times support, and just like any multiplication, if any of those equals 0, then our level of empowerment is going to equal 0 as well.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Now let me go into the detail. I like to start with D, because when we're talking about direction, we are talking about creating clarity. Clarity of what? We're talking clarity of the context, of the purpose of the work, and in particular what the actual deliverable is supposed to be. In other words, the good old classic thing about saying, this is the actual stuff I'm looking for from you. That's direction, being clear on what we're about and why we're going about doing it. Then we're talking about autonomy, and the reason I put direction first is autonomy comes from direction. You can't say to someone be autonomous unless there's some sort of purpose being there. So by getting clear on the direction, by saying this is the task we need to get done, these are the guardrails, this is your freedom to do things, we can actually provide people with the autonomy or the freedom to actually go about and get the job done. And if we have a failure of direction, we're likely to have a failure of autonomy, because unless it's clear what you're after, how do people know what to be free about?
One more time.
Unless it's clear what you're after, how do people know what to be free about? I remember when my kids were younger, there were 2 possible big playgrounds in the area. One of them had fences around it, the other one didn't. Which ones do you think we all enjoyed ourselves more at? It was the one with the fences around it, because the kids could then be free to play without me having to worry about them going into a creek. We need to create direction, which in turn allows us to provide freedom. That allows people to have the autonomy to go about doing their own way. But if we just provide here's direction and good luck to you, here's the freedom, we're not doing our fellow humans a service, which is why we need to actually provide support. Support can come from clarifying again, being open to having questions to say, I was thinking about it and which way does this go? It also comes from added value questions.
What animal is the king of the jungle?
It's said to be the lion.
You don't think it is?
I've got questions about it.
When people bring you questions in terms of the job, you can ask your own questions in terms of what are you trying to get done here? What are you trying to achieve? What help exactly do you need from me? Which can help people make their own decisions as to how to get the job done. And the crucial one, which actually links autonomy and support, is resources and relationships. You can say to someone, here's the direction, be autonomous, be free, do whatever you want. But if you haven't given them the resources to be able to do the job, then they're not really free at all. In fact, they are beholden to you because they need to keep coming back, which is going to annoy both of you. And technically it's a type of resource, but clarifying the relationships. By people knowing who they can call on for help, who they can't call on for help, that can really assist them to go about and do those jobs. Get DAS in place, you've got every chance of empowerment occurring. Lose any of the aspects of DAS, you've got no chance of empowerment occurring the way you want it to be. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.